Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. Now, I know the last video was a sleepless night for me. Y'all know why. I will say this, that she and I have been talking, and it has helped a lot. My love for her has never dropped. It's never gone away, okay? So let's make that very plain and clear. And no, I'm not throwing her under the bus by any means at all, because I will not do that to her. The fact, if anybody was to ask me, I would leave my life on the line for her in a heartbeat. No questions asked. So, just so y'all know that there is...
chaos.
Not chaos. It was just a lot of old emotions and feelings were still there. That packed away. And I was trying to keep myself busy so I didn't hurt, if you want to call that. So, there's that. You know, do I still love her? Yes, I'm still very much in love with her, and she knows it. Yeah, it's an old picture slide.
If you can see it, it's a what?
I don't want to see
What's in them now?
that. We have a good time, okay. So yeah, and some people would ask, some people would probably ask me, why would I, do that, especially when I was working on the castle. And I honestly believe that here on this YouTube channel, I keep things as real as possible. I'm not gonna put a fake me out there. It's all about, being truthful, being honest with you, the subscribers, and all the viewers, because I feel like that's the only way to really be. When you're always cutting and editing videos, you're putting out a fake person. And I'm not going to be a fake here on this channel. And as I've said before, each and every one of you subscribers are family here. So, no, I'm not going to edit it. And I'm not going to make it fake either. And we'll be keeping it as it is. Sometimes, yes, we do have to do some pauses and some turns around on the cameras and stuff. But we do try to keep it as honest as possible and as real as possible.
Is that about that?
I'm pretty sure about that. So there's like 400 extra people on here. They're like family. 417 to be exact. So thank you to all the 417. So there's like 417 family members on here. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if everybody showed up at one place and looked at you and said, I'm your cousin, I'm your aunt, your uncle. Could you imagine how big that family that would be?
Sort of it is.
Huh?
Sort of it is.
Tell her that, yeah. So, he is working on something. He's working on a whole new scale. It's a whole new level. And, we've all heard of N scale, O scale, G scale. But we're actually changing it. He's doing his own scale. He's calling it C scale. Don't ask me how this is going to work out, because I have no idea. This is his idea. This is his idea, not mine. His. But we are definitely getting. I'm running a day behind. I came in last night very tired from work, and yeah, my sister-in-law asked me what was wrong, and I broke down, cried. It was very much needed at that point. So. Yes, I'm not going to throw this woman's name out there because I don't want anybody attacking her at all, because that would send me over the edge. But I just, whether or not she ever saw that video or not, I don't know. But, I do very much still love her and still very much in love with her. But it is what it is. And we got to get this video on the road and get it going, because I promised y'all I'm going to show pinning up the car and getting everything put a place on.
And the brown stuff is wood dust.
He's actually used wood dust as a filler.
And the frame made out of this thin wood. And this than these.
He's actually gotten very good with learning about, doing fillers and stuff. And one thing I do want to say that on this, he built it as a skeleton style. I don't know how well you can see up in there, but he built it as a skeleton style. I am going to be sanding it for him because that belt sander is going to be just really abrasive and really quick, especially on balsa.
And I built this separate from the frame and super good it's on. I'm still sanding it.
Yeah, it's time to shave this down again. Yeah, so you can't do that.
No, I still can do it.
Hey. But, so speaking of railroad cars and pinning this one up here real quick, I got an update. After all the cages I have rattled with the United States Postal Service, I guess things really came out, especially with that last video. Still waiting on a package that was a month overdue. And I'm guessing somebody somewhere along the way probably saw the video and said, hey, let's get this package there, because now I've got to contact the seller, and that's Loki's. Now I've got to
You have to restart.
now I have to contact the seller, say, hey, the package finally showed up. How can I get my money to you? And how can I get the money back to you? Because I was refunded the money off of, and I want to get it back. Stop. Hey. You don't have to make all that extra noise. Hey. Work on it, yes. Yeah, this is a thin sheet balsa. But here is the other car.
Big tuggers.
So here is Golden Valley number 2 now, or
5.
3. I think there was 5 of these originally in the set, and I'm purchasing one at a time when he decides he wants to sell them. Purchasing them just a little here, a little there, as there's a little extra money there where I can do it because I'm not after to spend a lot of money at one time. I do have the wheels all ready to replace these 2, which I've had those for quite a while now. And again, I'm not going to change out the couplers. I'm going to leave the metal ones in there. Because, well, honestly, I kind of like the metal ones. But I will have to change one of them out, which I have the other coupler is a little bit longer, because even with 096 these require a very wide radius curve.
I'm using medium super glue.
Then once we get the house, then of course first going to come for the remodel, but we'll wind up doing that, and then I'll start doing an outdoor layout. So in this video, as we're tacking this stuff back up, I'm actually going to be using like a very short, fine furniture now. In the video, it looks bigger than what it actually is. It's itty bitty.
Itty bitty bitty. About that tall.
And we're going to see how this is going to line up.
That in whatever thick
With this one right here.
is
Did I ever take? Yeah, I took the pins out of it.
gone. So I just added the bottom.
He's actually getting really good with doing his building. The longer he keeps building, the more profound he's going to get with it, the better he's going to get. And he's been doing a really awesome job.
With this?
Especially with, doing the stuff he's doing right now. Yeah, with that. No, actually with the battleship that's on the ground. Seriously. I said the battleship that was on the ground, you looked at the ground.
I thought you were talking about the one I made.
No. Yes, he actually built a foam battleship.
Now I'm getting ready to fill up the gaps on the bottom. What I do is put super glue on one end, then just dunk it into the thing. The wood does.
So this one did have some issues with it originally.
Like this. To get the solid edge.
And I may still have to fix that at a later date.
What does?
It's right here on the inside. There's a line right here. And apparently when this kit was made, these bottom sections were actually separate from up here. So I may have to, at a later date, I may have to seriously sand it down right there. And probably add in maybe a JB Weld or something like that, because I really don't want to lose the originality of the car. Even though I do have one over here that I can follow the paint on.
I'm doing the back.
In fact, I could go to O'Reilly's and have them custom make the paint.
Do it then.
So this is actually a very unique color. It's almost like a Brunswick green, but it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's like Brunswick green or dark. I really don't know what to call that.
Dark green.
But it's a very unique color green, but it's got several different colors in there. In fact, it almost looks like a British color, so I gotta be very careful about that when it starts going back together. Because if it's done wrong, then of course we've got to strip the whole car. And I really don't want to lose the originality of the car. Because, well, you know.
I'm done with the front and back. I had to do the sides, which is gonna be kind of hard.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So, I don't want those. I don't like that tack. There they are. Nope, that's not it.
What if it is?
Thought they were in here. Well, it doesn't look like they are. It's a good question. Rogue,
Yeah.
have you seen another box of these? They may be green up top or... Excuse us while we're fixing all this.
This is 3 poles.
I think those are the same ones.
Oh no! Our table is broken!
The what?
Oh no! Our table is broken!
Table's not broke. I apologize about that. So I've got to work with what I got with right now, because somewhere or another the small pins I had
Was a hard
have
enough?
up and disappeared.
Was it super glue hard enough?
Huh?
Was the super glue hard enough?
The super glue hardener?
Yes.
Right there. Which I'm still kind of finding it hard to believe that a whole big pack of those has up and disappeared.
I ate them.
I'm starting to think you did.
Huh?
Starting to think you did.
I did eat them?
Yeah, I think you ate them.
Because I did.
You know what? Tell you what we're going to do. Until I go, so these right here are just a little bit thicker than what I need. So I'm going to go about this a different way. Since he gets done with super glue.
The only super glue. Might need that back
Why?
to make this coupler, which is very fragile right now.
Why don't you just see if your Uncle Parray will 3D print one for you? Kind of an idea, huh? Well, I mean, you can still make it. Actually,
Can I ask you, what's I see that real quick? I want to show him this. Missed. What's I see?
actually, probably got a way you could possibly make it better and make it sturdier.
Not 3D printed.
Well, I mean, you can also do it with using a paper clip because it's actually rounded like that. Just saying.
But I could 3D print it. Is Paula home?
No, just Josh and Autumn.
What is it?
So I'm just going to do the ends on this for right now, so that this is at least tacked in, or at least held in place with the super glue, and then I will tack it with the pins a little bit later. And the pasture car known as American Screwball will be done. I kind of want to see this thing run. Ow. That was sticky. Funny part about this is I'm actually using, on this car when it came in, it didn't have wheels on it. It didn't even have trucks on it. I just had a spare set of trucks and I put on there. So that was pretty nice. As I'm holding this thing down, because some of y'all might remember I've done a lot of rebuilds, and so I've got a lot of this 2-rail O-scale stuff.
And there's a back. Very fragile.
You know, I could honestly, I'm thinking you could really, I can show you how. I mean, with balsa wood, it's very easy to slide those hooks in and stuff. I can show you how to make a hook.
How? It's already made it though.
Oh yeah, I know. But I can still show you how to do it
Okay.
on the next one. Give that just a minute.
Minute?
Yeah.
20 seconds. Would be good enough. Yeah.
Okay. So that part's down. So this is, like I said, again, you know, this is just going to be tacked in place for right now, right, with the super glue. These right here are still just a little too thick, but we'll be all right for now. Watch out. Since I don't want to put anything,
On it.
you know, in there right now. So we are good there. All right. Let me see that. And one thing about the super glue going right here on these sides is if there's any splitting going on, which sometimes you will get that on these cars because they are, you know, I mean, these are wood and brass. Yeah, I mean, will actually help reinforce the brass. Or not the brass, but the wood.
You dropped it. And I need this super glue.
Wait for just 1 minute. I want to say these ends are like a foil or something like that. I don't know.
Foil?
Yeah, almost. It's a real thin metal.
Oh, like the foil we have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the super glue.
Not yet, you're not.
Why not? Yeah.
As I said, that's one.
Chugga. Chugga. Chugga, 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 chugga. But I have to make the doors, which could be kind of hard. The window.
Here's one thing I will have to make, and that is the step on this end over here. Or not the step, but the stirrup. Just because of the fact that it's missing. Alright.
Made it back in the window.
So these ends are tacked right now, which is exactly what we wanted.
Door. Window door. I'm gonna cut. Glue this.
Tack that, please.
I didn't break it.
Yeah, I'm actually having to tack down an end piece again.
I think
Fortunately.
I almost broke the blade.
Yeah, be careful doing that. Alright, so nice little glue right there. Sometimes super glue is a pain in the butt.
To me, I really don't care.
Huh?
To me, I don't care.
To you, you don't care.
Yeah.
It's because you're not the one having to pay for it. Yeah, just wait till you have to start paying for the stuff.
No, if it gets on my hands.
I don't like it getting on my hands because that makes my hands feel weird. Okay, sorry about that. Gotta move something back here.
That should be
Alright, sorry about that. So I'll go up to like fix and feed later on, get some different size, because these are like a little too thick, and I want to get them a little bit smaller. But other than that, at this point, I'm going to say for now we are done until I get the new tacks, and then we'll do a part 2 on it, actually showing being tacked back up.
Is it hot enough? Is it hot enough?
And then kind of work with it. But other than that, like I said, I'm not really doing a lot to these cars. I kind of want to keep them as original, and I don't know, I might have to like change out wheels eventually, but they've been rolling so far, at least on the Lionel Fast Track. But that's all right. That's all right. So, just flip you around here, and you'll be able to see the whole car. So this one, again, this did not come with these wheels. Actually, I had to add these, and this was a spare set that I had. I'm glad I did hold on to some of the 2-rail stuff, especially with these models right here coming in. Just, you know, one at a time is all I've been buying them from him. And here lately, he's actually been offering me, you know, like special deals on them, like, you know, because he's trying to sell them. I've been getting them from him for like $5, $10 a car, so depending on their condition. This one right here, I can't remember. I think I paid
20.
Was it 20? No, it was less than that. Way less than that. It was like $10. Because this one was in, you know, it didn't have any wheels on it. You know, it was missing some parts I'm going to have to hand make, and the sides needed to be tacked back on. So, I mean, the seller's been honest. He's been real with me. So, and again, I appreciate that. And so, yeah, we got, you know, several things going on.
I'm making.
That's the car he's actually making, what he's now calling a C-scale.
These are here.
Yeah, I'll just wait until I start doing the experimental car.
And they are very hard to put together with balsa wood.
Oh, balsa wood's easy to work with.
No, it's
You could carve that. You could carve that out of a solid block if you wanted to.
We go small to small.
Tell you, one of these times when I got some extra money, I'll go down. I'll get you some big square blocks of balsa, about like this, probably about 3-4 inches tall, about like this, and you draw out your car that you want up on there, and then you cut it out, and then you do all the sanding and everything to it. Kind of interesting. I used to do that in high school.
It's funner doing it this one.
Oh, well, I didn't say it was. I'm just saying it's easier. Save you a bunch of time too. Did it in high school. It was fun. So yeah. So now we have 3 out of the 5 cars that he's got listed. This one though, I will have to put wheels in, which I do have the wheels, and of course they are 2-rail, but that's all right. They're a deep flange, or what they call a mid flange, which a lot of model railroaders don't know the difference between a 2-rail fine scale flange, what they call a mid flange. Don't let it sit on your finger like that. And a Lionel deep flange. So that'll be a discussion for much later. So yeah, we're gonna keep going from there.
Where did it go?
I don't know. Did it stick to my foot? It's probably in your shoe. Oh, there it is. But so there we go. We got the car at least tacked back on for now. I'll get the brad nails, and we'll get that all, you know, sorted away, and then I'll bring y'all back for part 2 on that. And we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling, okay? Again, I'm not gonna sit there and edit out and be a fake. I want to be real and experience. Y'all can get to experience me as I am. So, as always, keep the shiny side rubber down. See you in the next video. Who knows? Maybe later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Y'all take it easy. See y'all then.
But that's what I'm doing.
Keep the shiny side up, rubber down.
Second one done.
And he's done the second one. We'll see y'all then.
Now they're gonna go in the middle of the ball.
Okay. You gonna say bye? What he just said as he blasted out the air drum. We'll see y'all later.